everybody, this is Diana. Today I'm going to walk you through how to private label your product on Amazon. If you wanted to sell on Amazon and thought, man, if I could just create my own product, create a brand, sell it on Amazon and make money, then this lesson is for you. I'm going to cover everything from picking up a name, trademarking it, and building a brand that customers will love. If you are new here, hi. My name is Diana and I help moms create side income by selling on Amazon without sacrificing their precious time with your kids. I currently sell 3 products on Amazon and they give me steady side income of $10,000 per month. So I can focus on my kids and also take that dream family vacation 3 times a year. I'm here to show you how you can do it too. So let's dive in. Let's start with the traditional problem with the term private label. So most people think that it goes like this. I find a product on Amazon that sells well, then I can sell it too, right? So they order it from Alibaba, they put their own logo on a product, and that's it. Private label, right? Well, back in the day it worked, but now it doesn't. That's a guaranteed way to lose money. Why? Because you gave the customer no reason to buy your product over the competition. I mean, why should I buy your camping chair just because you put your own logo on it? I don't know you, I don't know your brand, I don't trust you. Just having a logo doesn't make your product better or more appealing. That's not private label. That's just packaging with zero customization. So let me show you how you can do it the right way. Private labeling today requires product customization. The key is the differentiation. You need to figure out what your competitors are doing wrong and fix it. So read your competitors' negative reviews. Say what people don't like. And then create a product and fix those issues and then sell it on Amazon. We are not just customizing a product. We are building a full-blown brand. So today I'm going to show you 8 steps to take a product, private label it, and build your own brand. A brand that's profitable, that actually makes you money. And I'm not talking about a few extra bucks. I'm talking like $10,000 per month. Okay, so let's start with step number 1, picking a brand name. So there are brand names that work on Amazon and names that don't. So first you need to understand this. Your brand name is not your company name. It's the name under which you are selling your product. So for example, McDonald's. McDonald's is a brand name, but the company name is actually McDonald's Corporation. So now let's talk about how to pick a defendable brand name. A brand name that you can actually trademark. So there are 2 types of names that are easiest to trademark. First are suggestive names, for example, Ray-Bans. Ray-Bans means actually banning the sun rays, right? It's easier to trademark and still relevant to the product. And there are also fanciful names, unique names. For example, Kodak or Amazon. So these names are completely made up. They have no connection to the product. This is actually the best kind of name to trademark. It's the easiest to trademark. So my advice is pick something unique and fanciful. Okay, so let's say that you want to sell cat bubble backpack. So there is a website called nameleaks.com and it gives you name ideas. So let's put cat bubble backpack. Click generate. And now you can just choose a style. If you want some auto, so all styles, brandable names, short phrases, I will just choose brandable names. And next, you can select the randomness, so less random, and medium, more creative results. So I would choose medium and generate. Okay, so you can browse through those names like perfect bubble cat, meowniverse, poor bubble, catapack, fairy pack, and you can just choose one that you like the most. Let's say we like this name, Mewpack, okay? And that's not it, so we need to check if the name is available on social media accounts. So to do that, we go to brandsnag.com and we put the name here. Okay, so on Facebook, it's not available, but it's available on YouTube, on Twitter, on Instagram, you need to check manually. It's available on Pinterest, TikTok, so in most of the places it's available. If it's not available on Facebook, then what you can do is you can add official before the name. For example, official Mewpack, or Mewpack Cats, or Mewpack Pets, right? On Instagram, you can do the same. So now what we need to do, we need to check on the government website, USPTO, if this name is not trademarked already, okay? So we go to USPTO, trademark search. Here search trademark database, trademark search, and here we put Mewpack. So we can just remove the filtered dead, so cancelled or abandoned, so it shows only live and registered results. And we can just scroll through and we can check if this name is not already trademarked. Remember also that if it sounds similar or if it's in the same product category, for example, in a cat accessories category, then you can't trademark it because it's too similar. So we can just check if there is some Mewpack here. So this is similar in sound, but it's for adapter plugs, so it's not for cats. So this is a quick way to check if this brand name is not trademarked. Okay, so once your brand name is clear and available, you are ready for step number 2, which is trademarking your brand name. So you have 3 options on how to trademark your brand. Option number 1 is to file it yourself. This is only available for US citizens. So this is actually the cheapest route because it costs only $250 to $275 per class of goods. But wait, what is a class? So think of it as a product category. If you sell rain boots, this might fall under the footwear class, or if your boots are made mainly from leather, it may fall under the leather goods class. So here's the thing, if you forget the class, then you can't just go back and edit and add it later. You will have to file trademark again and wait 6 to 18 months. So if you file it yourself, you save money, but the risk is you can make a mistake. You are dealing with USPTO yourself. So all the messages and everything from the examiner will be sent directly to you. So you need to understand them. So if you want to save money and if you are detail oriented, then you can do it on your own. But remember, if you miss a deadline, then boom, your application is cancelled. Okay, so option number 2 is to hire a trademark lawyer. So this is actually the safest but the most expensive option. So it may cost like $1,000 to $2,000, but you will get the full support. So the lawyer will do everything for you, and he will deal with the USPTO, and he will walk you through every step, and he will handle every back and forth. So if you want peace of mind and don't want a rejection, then this is a great route. Option number 3 is actually to use the Amazon's IP accelerator, and this is my favorite option because it's the fastest and most reliable, and you can get brand registered on Amazon very quickly. So if you go through this Amazon IP accelerator option, you can get brand registered on Amazon within just 2 weeks, even before your trademark is approved. So this is huge. Why does it matter? Why brand registry matters? You will have access to A+ content, so you can create those beautiful full width selling images and text in your product listing. You can also get access to brand analytics, and you have better protection from hijackers, and you have stronger brand trust with customers. So you go to brandservices.amazon.com/IP accelerator. And here you can see all the law firms that are approved by Amazon to do a quick trademark for you. So you can look at the number of reviews. My advice is to not choose the one with the highest number of reviews because they may be overloaded and they may not answer all your questions and they may not email you frequently because they have many clients. So I would choose the one that has smaller maybe number of reviews but still good ratings. So they will handle everything for you. And the best part is that Amazon gives you brand registry as soon as you file the trademark with one of those firms. Okay, so step number 3 is to design your brand. Don't worry, you don't have to be a designer. Now there is ChatGPT, so you can just save time and money and ask ChatGPT to create you a logo. Sometimes the logo created by ChatGPT is not perfect, so I advise you to just hire a designer on Upwork and ask him to improve the logo, to refine it. And also ask the designer to give you the vector files and the multiple formats, the favicon for your website, and also the transparent background versions. But it will be much cheaper since you already have the idea from ChatGPT, your logo from ChatGPT, and the designer will just refine it. So it will be much cheaper. So step number 4 is to customize your product. In my opinion, it's the most important step. And this is also the step when most people get it wrong. They think that private labeling is just putting the logo on a generic product. But that's not enough anymore. So today, private label must include product customization. I'm not talking that you have to create your own 3D molds, your new molds. No, that can be very expensive. But there are plenty of other ways to make the product unique. So let me give you a few examples. You can change the packaging. You will be amazed by how much the perceived value of a product changes when the packaging is improved. It's nicer looking. You can also bundle it with another accessory. So for example, when you sell cat bubble backpacks, you can also put like a water bowl, collapsible water bowl, because usually people travel with those cat backpacks, right? You can also improve the materials. And you read negative reviews on your competitors' products and they say that the straps are too thin. You can create the backpacks with thicker straps and softer straps, or maybe padded straps, right? Or maybe they say that the zipper is always malfunctioning. You can create better zippers. Another example to customize the product is to fix the problem. Fix the pain point from your competitor reviews. And this is actually a goldmine. This is my favorite one. So just read what the customer reviews are saying on your competitors and create a better product and solve this problem. Remember, your product doesn't need to be revolutionary. It just needs to be better or different in a way that matters to the customer. So if you make those padded straps or thicker straps, this gives a customer a real reason to buy your product over the competition. Okay, so step number 5. Weave a story into your brand. In my opinion, this is the most overlooked part of building a private label brand. On Amazon and also even in brick and mortar stores. Best brands today have a great story. So your brand is not just a logo. It's not just a trademark. Your brand tells a story. Since the beginning of time, people loved telling stories. Even your logo, it tells a subtle story. So build a brand that communicates a story about your company, about the people you work with, about how you created this product, why you created it, and most importantly, about your customer. So think about cats. It's very easy to tell a story, to think about some jokes or memes about the life of a cat, right? So tell a story that your customer can connect with. The connection part is very important one. The customer needs to connect emotionally with the story that you are telling. It's not about who the story is about. It's about the feeling that customer gets when he reads the whole brand story. Without a story, you are going to struggle to stand out in today's very noisy online world. Everyone has something to say, everyone is pushing a product to sell, but a story makes people stop and listen, and also fall in love with your brand. Once people know your story, every time they see a logo, they remember it. For example, Nike's swoosh, "Just do it." This phrase sparks action, sparks movement, to take the leap, to don't be afraid. So how do you write a brand story? Every story has 3 elements: where you've been, where you are at, and where you are going. It doesn't have to be about you personally, you can stay anonymous. But your story must be something that your customers can connect with. Because people don't really buy things. They buy into what your brand represents, how your product makes them feel. Think about Tom's shoes. The customer is not really buying shoes. They are buying into the 1-for-1 mission. And also Amazon. It's not just a marketplace, it's the experience from A to Z. Even the Amazon logo has this arrow, right? It means that you can buy everything on Amazon. It's the whole experience. Even Jeff Bezos told the story repeatedly. It's not just a bookstore, remember? And that's what helped the Amazon grow. Step number 6. Build a product that solves a problem. So there are 2 kinds of problems, real and perceived problems. If you are a realist, you might say, why want to solve a perceived problem? That sounds fake. But here is the thing, both types of problems, the real problems and perceived problems, are legit. Let's take perceived value first. So someone wants yellow rain boots, not because yellow rain boots have better function, but because they connect emotionally with it, because they remember a scene from Singing in the Rain. So that's emotion, that's nostalgia, and that adds value. So the second kind of value is functional. So let's say that someone says that the rain boots are too stiff and they hurt their ankles. So what you can do is you can just produce softer rain boots and add some cushioning to them. Even things like better packaging, clearer listing, nicer images in a listing, or a more vibrant copy, that also adds a perceived value. While things like durability, functionality, and comfort are the real value. So step number 7, build a listing that removes objections. So every customer goes through a list of objections that they have in their head before buying something. So for example, they might think, it's too dark, or is it comfortable, will it fit, do I actually need it? So your job with your listing, with your Amazon listing, is to actually anticipate and remove those objections one by one. Your photos, your title, your bullet points, your description, they all need to be designed in a way to remove those objections. So let me show you a great product listing. So this first image already builds connection. It builds emotion. You see a cat in a cute backpack looking at you, and it already evokes emotions. Then there is a comparison table. So they compare their backpack against the competitor backpacks. So this is a great thing to do. Then they say that it's more breathable mesh. So they give the benefits of the product, and they already start to remove the objections that the customer might have in their mind. So the customer might think, will my cat be able to breathe in this? So they say that they have the breathable mesh. Then another objection here, anti-scratch. So the customer might think, will it be durable enough? Yes, because it's anti-scratch, right? Also, safety leash inside. So the customer might think, well, my cat can escape from this. No, because there is a safety leash inside. See, They already remove the objections in customers' minds one by one. And here in the product description, they show the lifestyle photos. So the person carrying a cat in this backpack, the person riding a bike. So people who love to travel and who love to take their cats on trips or to the vet or on an adventure, they already can connect with it. Now let's compare that to a bad listing. So here the first image, on the first image you don't see a cat. So you can't really create this connection that it's for cats and this feeling that you get. Then they go on to describing the measurements, but it's actually not that much important. The most important thing is to start removing the objections in the customer minds in the second image, the first image, the fourth image, right? So they try to do it like it's sturdy and secure, no collapsing, breathable and ventilated, but I would start with those instead of the dimensions. So anticipate the customer questions, the customer objections, and address them in the listing. Okay, so step number 8. Build a follow-up that delights your customers. How do you do this on Amazon with the tight restrictions on messaging? So ask yourself, how can I surprise the customer the moment they open my product? Or for example, if you sell the cat bubble backpack, you can just add for free the collapsible water bowl. It's just a nice touch. It's very cheap to make, but it made them feel valued. So your goal is to over-deliver. When the customer gets the product, he wants to be surprised and that something else is added or that the product is even better than he thought. So your goal is to make your listing better than everyone else's and make the product experience even better than the listing. And this is a strategy to get reviews. Because people leave reviews not because something was as expected, but because something was more than expected. Something that surprised them, that delighted them. So I recently got a Yeti tumbler and I saw a card inside with the QR code which said register your Yeti. And when I clicked that, they all asked me for my email and my name. So this is a very smart way to get the customer email to then send them follow-up emails and add value to the customer after they purchase the product. But you need to check if this is not against the Amazon's terms of service, because Amazon terms of service change very frequently and very quickly. So just make sure that it's not against the Amazon terms of service to include a card like this. So you stay till the end, and now I have for you the bonus step. So my bonus step is treat your first 100 customers like royalty. This is very easy, but this is very powerful. So how can you do it? You can include some unexpected gifts. For example, in the Yeti tumbler, I saw a sticker. People who usually buy Yeti tumblers, they like to go on camping, on trips. And so they slap those stickers on coolers, on tumblers, on the bumpers, and it speaks to their identity. But don't copy that unless it makes sense to your audience. Do something that your customers will actually value. Also, answer the customer questions. When the customer asks a question on your listing, answer it very fast. Don't leave it to the other customers to answer it. Most people read the Q&A first and then they read the reviews. So actually, in my opinion, the Q&A is very important on your listing. And the Q&A section is also more trusted than the reviews. Talk like a human. Not too formal, not too sloppy, just real and helpful. So in this video, I gave you the 8 steps to build your private label Amazon brand. If you are building a private label brand on Amazon, I would love to know what's your biggest number 1 question that you have about building a brand. Leave it in the comment below. Also, if you like this video, don't forget to give a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel to get more Amazon related videos and also motivational videos and mindset videos. If you are a busy mom looking for ideas of the products to sell on Amazon, You can grab my free list of 30 product ideas that are great for beginners. There is a link in the description. Also, Helium 10 software that I love and I use for product research and for keywords research for my Amazon ads has now 20% off for the first 6 months. So if you want to get this software, just click in the link in the description. I used it for 3 successful products that I now sell on Amazon, and I highly recommend it to anyone who wants to save time, especially if you are a busy mom. Thank you and see you in the next video. Bye!